So, hello, John. We've got a clean conversation, a very brief chat, I think, but we've just agreed the dates for Coach Camp, Agile Coach Camp UK next year. So I thought we'd have a quick chat about that. And I wondered if we could start with what were your highlights from last year?
I go to a number of coach camps, as you know, and I think for me, it's always the same theme. It's that deep connection that you get at having a smaller event where you can spend lots of time with people and really go deep on specific topics. So I enjoyed going deeper on my agile scoping model and learning some new games and insights. Not to mention, I think the highlight was the tidal swim. So having a chat with Per whilst
that was brilliant, wasn't it? Yeah. So going in at one end of the river and just being gently ushered down the estuary in the sunshine and coming out at the other end. Yeah, that was wonderful. Yeah, I think I know what you mean, this going deeper. I think that it wasn't just the chance to play games, but it was the chance to play games, have an insight, and then go for a walk and talk about that insight with the person that you're walking with. Do you know it's a level of continuity or flow through it?
Yeah.
And I feel like I know people in a different way than I have. There's lots of people I've seen at conferences, but there's some that I feel like I know them. Like I know how they play. I know it's a little bit like when we both went to Coach Camp in Norway, and you know what Pierre's like when he's throwing snowballs. I know what sort of a position he takes in a fight, rather than just the sorts of things you might say in a conference. And I think those things, they tie me to people. So it creates for me I don't want it to sound sort of too soft, like a caring network, but like I care what happens to him. I care what he's doing in a different way.
Yeah.
And so I think it does create that network for me with other people.
Yeah, I think it's that deepness and that different connections and kind of the subgroups. So people going for the walks, people going for the swims, the cheese and pot and the connection around that. Having those talks from the formal open space sessions in the day, and again, just having that opportunity to revisit them and re-explore them in these quite different and unique settings that you just don't get anywhere else.
I think this year, one of the things that we talked about last year and that we did in the Lego Serious Play session that we had was, especially when there's people come together from different backgrounds, there can be a little bit, I guess it's not so much in my world, but there could be a little bit of, oh, here's an idea. No, my idea trumps that idea. And although I'm quite happy with the, you know me, I like a bit of argy-bargy. I don't mind a good strong. But what I was noticing was that sometimes it's not de rigueur in the Agile Coach Camp world, something that we would do in the systemic modeling clean world, where we'd go, okay, if you've got an idea and your idea trumps it, the group and you need to make a bit of space to go, what's going on in this idea? What's going on in this idea? How do we create space for them to both grow?
Yeah.
And so I know that there were a couple of times I might have voted with my feet to leave a session, not because I wasn't interested, but because I didn't want to spend the time listening to people trying to trump each other's arguments.
Yeah.
And so I think one of the things that I'm really hoping that we do this year, next October, is that we have the open space procedures, but that we also have a bit of a, if someone's saying something and you disagree, can you ask 2 questions before you disagree?
Yeah.
And if 2 people are disagreeing and you're in the group, can you take a meta hat and say, can I pause you here for a minute? What's important to you? What's important to you? because there were some places I didn't want to leave. I just wanted them to inquire into each other's expertise, not try and trump it.
Yeah, so maybe a few working agreements that we co-create as a unit as part of that opening might add some more fruitful conversations.
Yeah, because I want to grow when people have clashing ideologies.
Yeah,
it's great. I want to know enough about each of them so that my learning can grow into it.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
maybe we add that into our whatever we do as our integration type exercise at the start.
So the things that people will need to know is people are getting their own accommodation this year. That happened last year as well. That seemed to work really well. We'll set a Slack channel so that people can apply to Airbnbs together as small groups. There's plenty in the area you can walk to here. But we'll all eat. So from breakfast, dinner, tea, we'll eat in this house. Shaun will cook gorgeous food.
Yeah.
Else people will need to know about this one.
I don't think so. It's not for profit, so we're not here to make any money. We're doing it because we're passionate about the Agile Coach Camp format and firmly believe that the UK should have a coach camp.
Absolutely. We don't mind traveling. I love traveling. However, it'd be great to have one right here and get some we'll also get to know other UK and European people. Yeah. All right. So that goes live on Monday.
Yeah, Monday, 1 p.m. UK time.
Fantastic.
So I guess that's 2 p.m. for people in Europe.
CET, yeah. So look forward to seeing who's going to be this crowd at this year's. It sold out really quickly last year, didn't it?
Yeah.
So we don't do let's hold spaces for specific people. So if you want to come, get there early.
Be ready. We will have a wait list, and we have added a stricter cancellation policy this year to give people more time to come off that list if people can't make it. So
make sure that there's enough time for other people to make travel arrangements.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thanks, John.
Okay.
See you then.
Yeah, thanks. See ya.
Bye-bye.